Of course, thank you. For introduce myself, my background is 25 years old in the sector technology. And also I started in the industry blockchain in 2018. And then, I started as investigator and research and open to collaborate with a lot of the different projects in terms in the crypto space and also in the technology around the world. My net global connection is really very amazing with interaction with different teams in the part technical area in the developers teams, and also with the people business go to market that more interesting in the launch of the projects in tokenization, also in the marketing and redefining really the news model of the business in this industry. And now, I am collaborating with different institutions, with different teams in 4 regions. And I am really, it's a pleasure to share with you my vision, my experience in this spectacular industry that we are growing.
That's great. Thank you very much for your insights. You've talked about the financial inclusion, about the accessibility and the decentralization and also more application. And let's talk a little bit about the challenges in DeFi. There are different challenges in DeFi spaces. And in your opinion, what are the primary challenges facing the DeFi industry today? How can these challenges to be addressed for example, more widespread adoptions? Do you have 1 or 2 examples, what you can think of and what you are maybe or your colleagues are working on?
Well, I think that the most a lot of the challenge, not, but the first of all, the education really for the open to access to accessibility for the financial decentralization. You know that now in this space, the users as really the owner about the property of the finance. And also, one of the steps and the challenge is the education. The education in this new scenario and open market that you mentioned, it's really different interactuation, and also that we are know that the central banks and also all this type of the financial, this point, it's really important for you mentioned the inclusion for the people and new systems, in this case in the decentralization finance. Other the challenge that we are, it's of course the regulatory frameworks. You know that the law, the open accessibility, it's aligned with it not and also in different regions with the regulatory and the law. This is one of the challenges that during these years are really we are building all these frameworks to understand how can operability with DeFi. And of course, the type of the risk, I think that it's a consideration all the good practice, the security, the cyber security, also with this type of the platforms, and also in other type, really the part of the technical area to ensure that a lot of the in this case applications are following really the compliance for to bring security all the people, all the society in general, and the investors. No? And I think that is the, and also of course this new change of the paradigm really with the digital economy to accessibility for a lot of the people, the society in general, and also to educate. I mentioned that how is really the interaction with the wallets, and also the private case, all the operability to really to enter in this new space, and also how the people can connect this space to create and support, for example, new potential access financial for microeconomies, on how is possible really to support different projects with the FI.
Yeah, the challenges, especially if I think of regulatory challenges, this is not only a topic for DeFi, but also for traditional finance world. This is somehow, if you, many of the companies nowadays, they are acting all over the world, not restricted in one area or one country. And the issue there is very often no common understanding of regulatory requirements. If you are acting in different countries and you are facing different authorities, and there are different challenges there, this makes the business not easier. But I believe in course of the time, especially with MiCA in EU at least, we have a better understanding of the framework which is applicable to all EU countries. I know that even with that, with MiCA, maybe each of the authorities in each of the countries, they do have a different understanding of the details, so in the framework, and the framework is usually a little bit more high level than you can implement within your company. So there are many room for interpretation. But
yes, exactly,
yeah.
exactly. This is the most challenge that not only for of course for understand how is impact really the new market with DeFi, also the regulation, and the regulation in the different areas, because in this case we are working in the space Europe with regulation MiCA, and the last recently years is really putting on the table, especially in terms of the risk for the people and investors in this case, no? But also is different that are driving different in this case in regions that UAE or USA. But we need to understand that all this decentralization finance is a global, it's a global concept, a global really to accessibility for the society, and also of course for companies and business, no? And then there are in the one moment that all these global markets are convergence, are in the same way, really to and the protection and also the compliance, for example, is depend of course of the markets that you are operation, but with thinking in the open globality markets in the fund.
Yeah, that's true. So then last but not least, I believe there are many people from different areas, they want to enter the DeFi space and to become DeFi professionals. And this is, however, some kind of not that easy. And yeah, and what advice would you give them? Are there specific skills or knowledge areas that are particularly valuable for those people, so that make the entry point for them a little bit easier?
Mhm. Well, I think that in some times we are defining all the new profiles in the way of the time on in different. You can imagine also that last years ago, for example, there are profiles that is not exist in the business or in your specialty. Only recently 5 years ago, and then it's now it's a good moment really to enter and to training and ensures really your career in this new industry and this new space. I think that, for example, all the areas with the profiles of the people, experts or with profiles in the finance area is a good opportunity for the really to learn skills and also to access for new profiles that is the new market is demand also, and of course, maybe the most advice for my part is really to do different trainings or different access to information and taking a mentor, taking with interactive with forums and people that are in the industry, and then you can also really to do this training or this you want really to obtain certification for your career, for your new skills. It's the most important thing that to, and also of course I think that connected with other, in this case, with other people that are within this in this space, in the fight, and also to sharing opinions and to take knowledge about really the fight.
Yeah, I believe also. So get involved in a community. That's really important. You will get to know many interesting people. Most of them did have a very similar aim to get involved into the DeFi space, even for different roles. And yeah, I believe this is really something could be very interesting for people. They want to enter the space first of all to enter the community, and there are different chat rooms, and there are different platforms to enable that, and there are even, I believe, decentralized platforms to provide rooms for community members to communicate with each other, and also the programs I'm attending at the Frankfurt School of Finance and Management. It's also a very good platform, and otherwise I will never get to know you. I believe it started with LinkedIn, and then I just followed some groups regarding the Bitcoin and blockchain space, and so you did some posts, and then I thought that I looked into your profile. That was already last year, and I thought it could be a great idea to interview you because you know very much about it and also very experienced, involved in different programs. And also, I'm very happy that I can have you for a second time for an interview. And now your time is very valuable. And then you're doing many stuff for educations and in the blockchain space. And I very much appreciate your time. And therefore, I believe I want to give you the last sentence. Maybe you want to summarize your thoughts with regard to DeFi, and yeah, maybe you can say something as closing remark. for the interview.
Thank you very much. Yes, I am involved in also as instructor in different business school, and then this is one of the opportunities that I connected with you. In this case, my recommendation is this, and you are in the program in one of the most important. In this case, universities, the Business School Frankfurt, because it's a referent in a global market in this space. And then I would like to remark also that in this industry, all the people are really very welcome. There are a lot of the support with the knowledge. And then this is good news because really you can really to interact, to learn, to share, to support other people. And in conclusion, I think that really we are at the beginning with one of the most important innovative and transformative markets and social and economy digital in the story, in our story, really. And then really to I hope really that the people engagement with new global markets in the decentralization of finance and also to understand how is running the technology in this new configuration with all the potentials, product, services, business, project that we can really to build and to launch for the next years. I think that.
Yeah, that's a wonderful closing remark. Thank you very much.